become my new reality. It's every single day of my life.
I think it's now safe to say that the more information and footage that comes out related to January 6th, the uglier it gets. This clip is no different, where you see a bunch of enraged protesters essentially trying to impale the police with this overgrown Trump sign, right? Again, never mind the hypocrisy of the idea that this is a group of people who support a guy, a party who ostensibly is law and order, and they are attacking police. Like, never mind that. These people don't really care about law and order. They just want to do what they want to do because to them, all that matters is that they're right and they do whatever the hell it takes to punish those and attack those who get in their way. This has nothing to do with an ideology or a coherent sort of way of thinking. It's just straight up, we hate those people. We're enraged. We're going to do whatever we want in service of achieving our goals.
Because we are going to be leading a revolution in Congress, and that is to put a referendum on the Democrat Party, a referendum through investigations and accountability. Joe Biden and his family will be a top target, and so will the CDC, the FBI, the Department of Justice, the Department of Education, Homeland Security, and many other federal government entities that have abused power and have done so much damage to our country. And it's time to starting in January of 2023.
So here's what happens if, and many people today would say when, the Republicans take over one of the branches of our government this November. Investigations. In other words, multiple, giant, expensive, time-consuming, pointless, regressive wastes of time and taxpayer money. The GOP plan after November is no secret. Matt Gaetz a few weeks ago and Marjorie Taylor Greene this week are not mincing any words when they repeatedly keep saying that when they get into power in DC again, they aren't going to legislate or serve their constituents or ease any of the pains the working class is facing today, but they're going to engage in partisan squabbling for no other reason but to serve their own egos.
Republicans understand that their mandate in this election is not to go hold hands in the warm spring rain with the Democrats. It is to investigate them and to hold them accountable. And we can do that without the Senate. And
it's so frustrating that with inflation this high, gas prices through the roof, the GOP has the upper hand in messaging those exact things going into the midterms. And Democrats are certainly to blame for not focusing enough on those kitchen table issues that pretty much decide every election. But the GOP has no plan to ease any of those things. They've told us what they will do when they win. Grandstand in the halls of Congress so they can get a few sound bites for their Twitter accounts. This isn't a revolution, Marge. Disagreement with the other side is called politics. And guess what? You signed up for it. And if you're doing the job you swore to do, you're going to work through those disagreements to come out with laws and ideas to help your people. And if you thought the plan stopped at investigations and panels and testimonies, oh no, there's more.
This is the man that lost to the Taliban and armed them with 85 billion American taxpayer of military equipment and weapons. Joe Biden is the president of the United States that is currently losing a war to Russia in Ukraine while they funnel nearly 100 billion American taxpayer dollars.
Impeaching Joe Biden for aiding Ukraine against Russia. And look, I'm no fan of the blind checks we are sending to Ukraine and think that we need a more robust anti-war campaign in this country to push back against the military-industrial complex. But the answer is not an impeachment process. First off, you won't get the votes. You know that. It's crazy to think that the war in Ukraine is what she's using to justify an impeachment process. It's a conflict that largely has bipartisan support. And I'm not the biggest Joe Biden stan, but his milquetoast traditional Democratic politics couldn't be farther from radical or impeachable.